NAVA acknowledges the Gadigal and Wangal peoples of the Eora Nation as the traditional custodians of the land on which this was filmed, and pay respects to First Nations communities, ancestors and elders.
My name's Christopher Bassi. I'm a Meriam and Yupungathi man, and I'm a painter based in Brisbane. I'm very much engaged with the history of painting and thinking through paintings as a cultural model, image making throughout history, and engaged in a European way of making oil paintings.
What has been a turning point in your career?
Realistically, it's been an accumulation of experiences, an accumulation of things happening, and I think that's really what a creative practice is. It's sort of like one thing after the other. Studying at QCA and the people that I've met and the lecturers that I had and have now become friends with are some of the most important people in shaping my career to date.
What is the most pressing issue for you as an artist right now?
Everybody says this in some way, but we live in uncertain times, and it feels like every news cycle there's something else happening, and there's more and more reason to be pulled away from a creative practice as the world gets a bit stressful. It's so important to keep making, because that's when artists get to work, when the chips are down. You know, you've got stories to tell, you know, you've got things to say, and it's important that you make those works and show them to the world.
What is something you wish you knew when you were starting out as an artist?
For young artists, it's important to keep thinking about your work, but also thinking about the context of your work and the environment of art. It's just as much about your practice, but it's also about being with other people and supporting each other. There's so much happening around you in kind of ecology of your artist experience that help pull you up and help create space for you to make and to work.
How has NAVA's code of practice been useful to your work as an artist?
The NAVA code of practice is a part of day-to-day life for the artist. Every document or contract I sign sort of mentions NAVA, and you know, it's so useful for an arts practitioner who's also a business owner and trying to sort of figure all those things out as well, to have something like that can just give you guidance, and it's sort of recognised nationally. Creative industries can fluctuate, and people can get taken advantage of very quickly. And so having that support network or having something to sort of lean on is just so important. You know, it's like regulation for any industry. It's so important for keeping things safe and fair for artists.
What brings you joy in your work?
I think at the very crux of it all is just a wandering, you know, a sense of being able to lose yourself in a space of thought and having a way to create something from that. Some of the things that I'm thinking through around history and around heritage, being a Meriam and Yupungathi man in colonised Australia, it's important to have a way to take all of that in and process it, and to think about the world that I'm in and the world that I want to live in. I think that that's what really drives me, is this sense of possibility, and this sense of, you know, being able to make something and share it with the world in the hope that, you know, we can create something new together.